Three, two, one. Let's go. Here we are, 4-1 Sports What Network. Turnbuckle Talk. Got my guy in the building. Bad news. Got a new name too. But I always remember Reggie as Bad News. He
Right,
reminds me
right.
of my boy Bad News Brown. But what's going on, Reggie?
Not much, man. Nothing much. Getting ready for the holidays. Not too much bad news, so I chose to be Butch Reed today. Homage to my guy
All right.
Butch Reed, one half a
Yeah.
dude.
Hey man, the natural Bush Reed, man, a
Sir.
legend.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, a legend in the game. The Bush Reed, man, it was a great wrestler, man. So I'm glad you bring him up and keep his name alive like that, man. So awesome. Anybody take the time to pull up Bush Reed and look at some of his matches and just look at his history, man. He was a great one, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right. Well, look, today tackle, we're gonna preview Survivor Series 2025. One of my favorite premium live events of the year because they
Hmm.
have these just because of the uniqueness of the matches that they have, etc. So, man, I'm ready to pump. I'm pumped up, ready to talk about it with my guy here, Reg. And we have what, four matches on the card.
Right.
We'll break down the card, give you our thoughts on it. We'll give you our predictions, and then also there's and then we're also going to talk about a woman who is now world champ, world champ, and we'll give you our thoughts
Okay.
there. Okay, and we're going to talk about a legend in the game. Uh, some people think and believe he's the greatest of all time, and we'll talk about him and break down his run of 2025. And so get ready for all of that, man, because this will be a great discussion. All right, Reggie, let's go ahead and knock this thing out, man, on November 25th, 2025.
Yes,
Starting
sir.
off with the Survivor Series, sir. Survivor Series, let's start off with it. And hey, the way we usually do it, we like to break down the Premier Live events, and we try to go based on how we think the card will go. So we'll have that tied into our discussion as well. Reggie, I believe the card's going to start off not with these two guys on our screen right here, Dominic and Cena. I
Hmm.
think it's going to start off with the women's Survivor Series match. But what say you?
I can see the women. I thought maybe Dom and John, but I can see
Hmm.
the women getting it popping, getting the crowd. They just sit down, ready to see some live, some big action, some hot spots. So I can see the women going first.
Hmm.
Actually, that's the one I'm most interested in is the women's war games this year.
Okay.
So
Well, I'm gonna leave it
I
up
can
to you.
see I can
I'm
see
gonna leave
them
it up
going
to you.
first.
Which way
Let's
you
go.
want to kick it off then?
Let's go with it. Let's
Oh,
go with the women's war games with the action. Start off with the action.
okay, so we're gonna start off discussing the women's match, and wow, what a match this is! I mean, there's some heavy hitters in here. There's some
Yeah.
new blood in there as well. I can't wait for us to talk about that. But let's go with first the team of Rhea Ripley, Io Sky, Alexa Bliss, Charlotte Flair, and AJ Lee versus Nia Jax, Lash Legend, the Kabuki Warriors, consists of Asuka and Kairi Sane, and Becky Lynch, in a women's war game match. Man, this is loaded. This match is loaded with superstars, future Hall of Famers, champions, all the above. You
Yeah.
said you was excited about this one. Kick it off for us, man.
Yeah, man. Looking at the teams, I'm thinking. I think I wouldn't really. I stopped watching with AJ Lee during her run, but I think she held the championship for a while. And if so, that means 8 out of the 10 participants actually has held the belt. Everybody
Mhm.
except for Lash Legend, which she had it in NXT, I think, and in Kyrie Zane. Everybody else been a world champion or some sorts in this match. And especially like on the women's side, everybody for sure has been a champion on the women's side. I mean, well, on the babyface side with EO, Rhea, Charlotte, always up there, Alexa,
Yes.
and I think AJ Lee did have it back in the 2000s era back
But
then.
she
So
did have,
all of
yeah,
them were champions.
yeah.
Say that again.
AJ did have like the back then when it was the Divas Championship.
The
You know,
Divas Championship. Okay, okay,
yeah,
okay.
which is like the women's championship at that time. So yeah. You got all champs in here, man.
Yeah, yeah. So it's gonna be a lot of hot spots. We got a lot of feuds going on. Lash Legend and Nia hooking up. I mean, unstoppable force, a movable object, tag
Yeah,
team. I don't know when they start their reign as doing their tag team thing. I don't know who can stop them. So I'm
right.
sure those belts they're on the Kabuki Warriors right now, but somehow them belts gonna be on Nia and Lash at the end. And we got Becky still looking for some revenge off that mixed tag team match that she lost against AJ and her husband CM Punk, looking for some revenge for self in that match. So I'm sure when she hop in the cage, it's gonna be some get down, some BTA when Becky get in there. And then
Yeah.
we got Charlotte, who was kind of up in the air about if she wanted to participate and be on the team with Rhea, but she's doing it for Alexa, so she's all in. And I can't wait. I know it's gonna happen. I know people will be like, "Well, they do this all the time." Io's gonna hit the top of their cage and do something crazy.
Yes.
So I can't wait to see that. This one to me is gonna have a lot of high spots. The men's probably gonna have like the weapons and stuff like that. I'm sure this might have some weapons in it too, but
Yeah.
this one's gonna be some. This one I believe really has some backstory and some animosity built up between the two teams. And I'm gonna wait till you give your little spiel before I predict my winner. But yeah, I can't wait for this one now. And I hope, like you said, I hope they actually do kick it off with this one. They kick it out with this one, I might can, you know, be in and out a little bit on the next matches. Because this one, I'm gonna be locked in on this.
Well, yeah, man. Look, this match has a lot, like you said, it's a lot of rivalries, a lot of champions. I mean, this is hard hitting. I mean, you're getting a lot of Hall of Fame talent in this one match, and there's a lot of intertwining here. You had the Kabuki Warriors with Kyrie and Oscar, right? They all were together with EO, right? There was a faction,
Right, right,
right? There was under that damage control faction, if you will, and so you still have that dynamic. Then you have the dynamic of Charlotte and Alexa. They were world tag team champs, not up to about a week or so ago, but
right.
they were working, figuring out how to be friends the whole time, and they finally figured that out. But then here comes Rhea Ripley now, and Rhea and
Mhm.
Charlotte are bitter rivals. You know what I mean? And they're battling for top supremacy in the women's division. And so they know they're going to get down one day against each other. But now they had to convince Charlotte to, to join forces for this common goal. So there's a lot of things in here where it's a lot of different dynamics where,
Right.
who could possibly turn on somebody in this match. When push comes to shove. What happens when it gets rough here? There's a lot of eliminations and you're left. Like, let's just say it comes down to Charlotte and Rhea, and they have to battle like the rest of this team, with the Kabuki Warriors and Lash and all that. So I'm interested to see how that all plays out. Also, Reggie, I am I'm also like wondering about Lash Legend, right? This is an opportunity for
Mhm.
Lash Legend, who is just being called from NXT, moving into the
Right.
SmackDown roster, and this is her time to shine right here. This is her time to shine against elite talent, um,
Hmm.
on a premium live event stage where everyone's going to be able to see her and see her perform, and just going to put her dead smack on the map, and we'll find out whether she sinks or swims in this moment. So I
Right.
think she's going to swim, but man, it's going to be people are going to be saying, "Who is this lady?" You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people don't
Mhm.
watch the NXT brand. As far as I'm gonna say casual pro wrestling fans, right? But the hardcore
Right.
fans, they follow NXT, they see all these women move up and men. Because if you think about this card, just this match right here, I believe everyone wrestled in NXT, with maybe the exception
Mhm.
of AJ Lee. I had to think way back in the time machine, but maybe NXT wasn't there for her. Um,
Right.
but everybody else came up through NXT, just by
Mhm.
glancing at it right there. I remember all of them. So, Lash Legend is just following suit. So that program works with the NXT brand. So yeah, this match right here is going to be a banger. Uh, I'm I'm going to watch every minute of it, and I'm curious to see who's going to win it. So we can go ahead and get to our predictions, Reggie.
Before you predict that, I'm gonna ask you this: who you think the first two people in the cage gonna be, and who got the
Wow.
advantage? Didn't they do the advantage match
The men,
Monday,
well, the men
or they
did
do
the
it Friday?
advantage.
Okay,
They might, yeah, the men did the advantage Monday night, and we can talk about that when we get over to that side on which team won that advantage. But yeah, I'm just going to guess that. Ooh, this is tough, man. Okay, I'm just going to say it's going to. I'm just going to just throw some names out there because I really don't know. But I'm gonna say that EO's going to start it off. Okay, and I think that EO's going to start this thing off with Kyrie Sane. How about that? That's what I'm
okay,
going with.
okay, okay. I'm going with Alexa started it off.
That's a good one.
Um, with I'm going with Kyrie still for the first with the other side. I'm going with Kyrie
Okay.
for the other team.
Okay. All
Now,
right. So we both feel like that. But go ahead, Chris.
now as far as the winner, man, there's so many good games in here that I don't want them to lose. So
So we got
you
what
know
is it the winning
the
team?
one
That's how it goes, right? It goes winning team. So
right,
which
right.
team?
I'm gonna say the baby faces will win only because this is AJ Lee's first War Games and they don't want her to lose.
Mm,
That's the only
okay.
reason. Other than that, I think the women got like the power advantage with Naya and Lash,
They
and
do.
yeah, yeah. So that's why I want them to win because naturally they seem like they got the advantage and they got the champions on their side. Uh, yeah, I'm gonna go with the baby face. Reluctantly, I'm going with the baby face side.
Okay. I mean, and I'm going the same way with you. I'm going with the team of Rio. I said Rio. I'm putting Rhea and EO together. They should be a tag team coming to Rio.
Yeah,
But Rhea Ripley, EO Sky, Alexa Bliss, Charlotte Flair, and AJ Lee. I'm going with that team that's going to eventually win this thing. But it's going to be a great match. I mean, we like I said, we have Hall of Famer after Hall of Famer in this match, and there's several combinations of matches here that I just go back through my head throughout
hmm
wrestling since they all been in here. They've all had great matches with one another. But I just think that you're right. I think the Rhea team is going to pull this one out. I think they're going to pull it out. I think it's going to be some close moments there where we're wondering, hey, is Charlotte really going? Is she going to stick it to them, or is she going to come through? And I think that she's going to come through when the time comes. So I'm going with that team too.
yeah, yeah. I think Charlotte is because you look at it, Charlotte and Becky kind of like best friends. We all know they best friends. Plus, she don't like Rhea, so you never know if they want to spice it up. I mean, Charlotte is the one that's kind of in between. So
Right. She's best friends with Alexa Bliss. Yep.
right, right. I was saying right now
Exactly.
she was friends with Alexa Bliss, but I think last year she was in it and she was on the side with
Oh
Becky.
yeah, well, yep, right. That's right. Yes, sir. And that was a good match last year too. But
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
War Game is going to be what it is. I mean, it's going to be a great match.
Mm.
So that's the
I, I,
hope.
got,
Well,
I, got, I got a question kind of off on the same topic, but also wasn't War Games in NXT first?
it was War
Okay,
Games
that's
was
what
in
I thought.
NXT. Well, of course we know
Right.
original War Games was back in the NWA days or whatever have you. But I think Dusty Rhodes was the one that created this match,
hmm
um, the War Games concept. But yes, it was in NXT. NXT was using it on their pay per view Premier Live events, and WWE on the main roster decided to kind of remix Survivor Series a couple of years
Right.
ago and go with the War Games concept, which I thought was a good change. You know what I'm saying?
hmm
Like I thought it was a good change to because it was kind of the way they had it going. It was kind of just kind of fallen off a little bit. I think this put a
Right.
lot more spice behind it.
Right. This kind of gives us it. I know we back in the day we grow up with the 4 or 5 man elimination style Survivor Series, but this one they kind of made it like a traditional pay per view after they dumped that idea. So this one gives it its own identity and still remain one of the big four. So yeah, I like that they did it. Like I said, to get its own identity back to the Survivor Series.
Yep, yes, sir. Okay. All right. Well, that's one of the matches on this four match card that we know of, unless something, let's say, give us something special, something else.
Right.
Would you? What do you? Let's say, what say you next? What do you think the next match would be following that?
Since there was women, I don't think they're gonna do a double women's back to back. So I think it'll be Cena and Dominic.
Okay. All right. Makes sense. So let's go that route then. Let's look at it. The Intercontinental Championship is on the line. John Cena
Mhm.
completed the Grand Slam a couple of weeks ago in Boston by defeating, uh, at that time, the Intercontinental Champion, Dominik Mysterio. Dominic has worked his way back to get a rematch in his hometown of San Diego at
Mhm.
Petco Park, where the Padres play and everything. So it's a stadium event. Man, a great spot for Dominic. What say you, man, on this match?
Yeah. Dominic, you can tell they got trust in Dominic. He's been going up against legends since he really been on a single run. Faced his dad, faced what's his name in AAA? I forget Val Kingo
Yep,
in
yep.
AAA. Yeah, and so they got a faith in him. He put on some good matches. In the match the other week was actually a pretty good match against Cena. This one, I
Hmm.
think Dominique, he may get his revenge, but I don't know. I wish it was a stipulation like a street fight or something,
Hmm.
and I for sure would have Dominic coming out with a win if it was a street fight. But clean match. I think is going to be hard hitting and a lot of false finishes for Dominic. But in the end, I don't think we can stop John right now. So I think Cena will, will pick up the victory on Ray, not Ray, but Dominic, with probably some help from Ray Mysterio. Since they're in San Diego, I know they want to get that crowd pop, so they might get Ray come out there, with a belt
Yeah.
uh, lay something on Dominic so he can get that pick up that win for Cena.
Wow, Reggie, I think you just nailed something there. Because I do believe Rey Mysterio is going to have something to do with this match. Because he's been kind of popping up every time Dominic pops up the last couple of
Mm-hmm.
weeks. It's been some stuff going on. I actually I had a feeling a couple months ago that I thought that it would be Dominic Mysterio against Rey Mysterio
Mm-hmm.
on at this in this spot here. Not necessarily for a title. Well, it could have been for the IC title too at that, based on that, or the AAA
Right.
title, which Dominic
Yeah, that's
has as
what I
well.
thought. That's what he does
Yeah,
still have that title. I wasn't sure if he still
yeah,
had it or not.
he's still AAA champion. So Dominic is he was a two belt champ. Now he's a one belt champ. But
Mm-hmm.
for some reason, man, I feel like he's going to get this belt back, and I'm going to go with Dominic by of course by a crook, right? I think some
Right.
kind of way, if he does it,
Dirty,
he's gonna sneak
dirty
his
dog.
way. Yeah, he's gonna sneak his way into getting this belt some kind of way. Um, and Cena will end up losing that championship. But hey, he's already completed his Grand Slam, which is something
Right.
that he didn't have. And I didn't even think was gonna happen on this last run. We'll get to his run later. But
Mm-hmm.
I like the stipulation. And I actually like the fact that Dominic could possibly win this belt back. And then he wins it back in his hometown. So I'm gonna go um, Dominic Mysterio, Dirty Dom, with the W over one of the greatest of all time, John Cena. And and
And
and let's not forget this too, Reggie. I do think that Finn Balor and I do think that JD McDonough are somehow, some way going to get involved in this as well.
and don't forget about those America
Oh,
what's his name?
America let's see, America Americano or something like that.
Yeah, El Grande Americano. Yeah,
Grande,
don't forget
yeah.
about
So
them.
all them, yeah, they can get involved too. They can start off with the judgment. They're trying to get involved, and then maybe Ray knocks them off. But then, oh man, we forgot all about those guys. And then here come
Hmm.
his other buddies come in and help save today because in AAA they've been working together over there too on those
Right, right.
AAA cards too. So yeah, anything can happen here, man. But I think it's gonna be a great match though. I mean, this is one you're not gonna want to miss. You're not gonna miss any piece of this, any part of this match. So
Right.
right,
That what you were saying because I didn't like I said I didn't know he still had the AAA title, so I actually do think it's going to set up him and Ray for the AAA title. So I do think Ray's going to help Cena, and then he's going to get a shot at the AAA title and probably at their next event since he did Dominic wrong. Kind of think that's why they've been like having them together, but not really, coming to blows too much. And I think they
right.
only had one match, that one WrestleMania match. I think it was WrestleMania, may have been
Yeah, it was
SummerSlam.
WrestleMania.
It
No,
was
it was
WrestleMania.
WrestleMania when they had that match. Yeah.
Okay, and they haven't really fought since then. So
Yeah, it
and
was
Dominic.
WrestleMania. It was WrestleMania in Los Angeles, actually.
Okay, okay. So
hmm
and Dominic has matured. He's better in the ring. So that's going to be a great match if him and Ray fights again for the AAA title.
Yeah, definitely. All right. Well, we're gonna see what happens on that match, and definitely gonna take a look at, of course we'll do all this in the review as well. But man, that's gonna be a
Mhm.
fun one too. Can't miss. Can't wait for that one, man. I just really can't. All right. So after that, what do you think the next match will be, Reg?
I think it's gonna be that women's title match. Stephanie Vaquer, like looking TV doing against Nikki Bella for the
Okay.
women's world title. So I think that
So
was gonna be next. Which is gonna be a good match because Stephanie's a great wrestler.
yeah.
I haven't followed this too much. I wasn't a big Bree and Nikki fan back in the day. That's when they was going through Devia, and then the evolution started. So I'm not too familiar with her history, but I know
Mhm.
she is a Hall of Famer. So and she's looking to get back into the Tyler picture. So it may be one of those things where they give one of the legends one of the titles, a quick title run right here.
Well,
But
you never.
Stephanie's been on a run, so it's going to be hard for her.
Yeah. If nothing else, this gives her a credible challenger, right? If
Hmm.
anybody's wondering, like, what's next for Stephanie out the gates since winning the championship, here you go. She's fighting a credible contender, someone who is, like you said, a Hall of Famer. You know what I mean? Like, she is
Hmm.
The Bella twins, one of those, the trendsetters, the ones that took women's wrestling to another level
Right.
from the Diva era. And so, like, this is great. And look, Bella looks great. You know what I'm saying? In more ways
Hmm.
than one. She looks very good. And she looks good in the ring. Um, and now with her heel turn, that put a little more spice into this matchup. So Stephanie she'll have a tough time on this one, but I'll throw my prediction in there before you throw yours. I think Stephanie will find a way to win this match, but it's going to be a good one. And I don't think that's the end of Nikki Bella. I just think that she gets her title opportunity, and then maybe she'll get one more rematch or try to find a way to get back in that title picture, or she'll have a feud with someone else. But I think this is a very good opponent here for Stephanie to have in
Right.
this spot.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think it's one of those prove it moments for Stephanie. Even though she's proved herself, she's more than proved herself time and time again in the ring. But I think this is going to be a stepping stone, maybe for her next event at the Rumble or even that last Saturday night main event that we get this year. So I got
Yeah.
Stephanie too for this one.
Okay. All right. So hey, we're on the same page so far. Out of two out of the three matches there on the card, and you may be wondering, people, why is it just four matches? Well, a lot of premium live events that WWE has gone to over the last 2 years or so, they've
Right,
changed up their format. They've been going with five matches pretty much, but they're giving you five good matches. They're not. They don't have like 7, 8 matches on there, and three of them are quick. So all the
Mhm.
matches, that you get bang for your buck here. So if you get
Right.
4 matches, you're gonna get 4 bangers. You're gonna get 4 hard fought matches. Not anything real quick. So I like it, and it gets to highlight the wrestlers that are performing on that particular card. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And then maybe on another card, there's going to be opportunity for other wrestlers to be highlighted, in
Exactly.
a deeper way. So I like the format of not giving us a ton of matches. Say that for WrestleMania, say that for SummerSlam. When we
Exactly.
get,
And most of the heavy hitters are involved in the war game matches itself. So that takes a lot of the big matches off the card anyway, because we have the big faces in the war games match.
yeah,
So yeah. And besides CM Punk, well, you have the women's intercontinental and U.S. title is not being defended in world title, but like you said, next show they'll probably get a chance to do their thing on the next show.
oh yeah, absolutely. Okay, all right then. So that leaves, we did 3 matches, so that leaves match number 4 for
Mhm.
Survivor Series, and that is, I think we both agree it's going to be main evented by the men this year. Uh, I mean, simply, in my opinion, simply because if you just look at who's on the on the card, I mean, Brock Lesnar.
Let me ask you
Oh,
about that before you finish your sentence. Now,
yeah,
I personally think there's more star power on the women's side, but I guess because
you
you got
do.
Brock, you got Roman, but I
Yeah,
really think the better matchup is on the women's side.
there's a ton of it, right? There's no doubt about that. Like, I mean, again, Charlotte, Becky, Io, Rhea, Nia. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
Oscar, like AJ. You talking about
Mhm.
some of the best. There's no question about it. But when you look on this men's side, Brock Lesnar, Roman Reigns, Cody Rhodes, CM Punk, like,
Yeah.
I
And
mean,
don't forget Drew. Don't forget my boy, my
I,
MVP for this year has been Drew McIntyre. So
and
don't
and
forget
and
Drew.
that's what I'm saying. We haven't even gotten to Drew McIntyre yet. You know what I'm
Right, right.
saying? You haven't gotten to that yet, and then you still have the Usos, one of
Hmm.
the greatest tag teams ever, which is part of the bloodline. So you have the bloodline still in this thing. And then Paul Heyman, I know I mentioned his name briefly, but you have the mastermind of Paul Heyman that's going to be involved with this too, who's tied into all of these guys. Like he's tied
Yeah,
into Brock, Roman, CM Punk. He managed all them as champions. You know, his
yeah,
off-screen work with all these guys, Drew and don't forget Logan Paul with all his millions of followers in social media. Like this
right.
match is just like it's set up to be. I mean, dare I say, this might be the best Survivor Series match that we're going to see. We're probably going to sit back and look back at this
Yeah,
one and say, this
yeah,
might be one of the best Survivor Series matches of all time. We have to go back and watch all the tape going back to 1987 and watch some of those matches too. But it's going to be hard, man, to top this one, man, on paper. You know what I mean? On paper.
yeah. It's not too many times that you're going to have uh, Brock Lesnar, Roman, Cody, CM Punk, and Drew McIntyre all in the same
All in one
ring
match.
at the same time on the same team. So I know that when you look at it on paper, yeah, but that women's match, man, that
Oh, it's
women's match,
elite.
that's one for me.
It's elite. I mean that's elite, man. I mean, there's no doubt about it. Like, I mean, but that just goes to show you like how deep this roster is. And
Hmm.
I think wrestling fans need to really think about it now. Think about it and appreciate what you're about to watch this weekend. The amount of talent that you're about to watch within a
Right.
3.5 hour span on Saturday. So just appreciate that. But here's the matchup. But Reggie, here's the matchup, right? Cody Rhodes, CM Punk, Jey Uso, and Jimmy Uso, and with Roman Reigns versus Braun Breaker, who we didn't mention, Bronson
Right.
Reed, who we didn't mention, Logan Paul, Drew McIntyre, Brock Lesnar in this men's war game match, and of course, Paul Heyman will be ringside for it all for the bad guys. So take me through this one, man. What's your thoughts on this matchup?
Man, it's crazy because I was just thinking, man, one thing I can't wait to see is whoever it is stepping in there against Braun Breaker, whether it's Cody or CM Punk. And definitely when we get that face off, you know we're gonna get that face off between him and Roman Reigns. So that's gonna be crazy. Then we got Drew and CM Punk with their
Oh,
history. We got Brock and Roman with their history. Brock and Cody with their history. So, and then don't forget Logan Paul. He's wrestled Roman Reigns, and
yep,
I can't wait to see him and Jay Uso in the ring together. So that's a social media event waiting to happen right there. Jay Uso against Logan Paul. So the face offs when we go one on one, it's gonna be some. I got to look at this. I got to see this. I got to see Brunson Reed against Roman because you know they probably ain't finished their feud off yet.
right, right.
So you might got me. You might got me. You probably right. It probably is going to be the men. The men's ones that's going to be the big showstopper.
Well, man, this is a hell of a matchup, man. This one can go. I don't know which way. This thing can go a million different directions.
Yes,
Just
yes,
simply
yes.
off of what you said, man. It's so because remember, Cody and Roman are not done. Like,
Right,
let's not
right,
forget about the bitter rival there and finishing the story. Cody has basically ended the bloodline, right? And along the
hmm
way, he took out the Usos, and then now the Usos are friends with Cody, and Roman was at odds with the Usos for a minute, but he's found his way and trying to pull them back together as a faction. But CM Punk, there's no zero love lost between CM Punk and Roman.
hmm
There's just so much here that I mean, there's just it's just there's no way to figure out where this is going other than it's going to be an all-out war. Um,
Right.
this one here, uh, and let's not forget this too. You mentioned it. Drew McIntyre's had a heck of a year, and he's still doing tremendous work, man. He's after Cody. He's after that
hmm
championship. He still wants that elusive championship, and he still believes that the bloodline is what ruined his career. You know, has altered his
Right,
career. You know what I'm
right.
saying? So it's just so much there that it's so much meat on the bone, man. I don't know who's going to be left standing after this one. I mean, you can
hmm
have nobody left standing at the end of this
Right,
thing.
right.
You know what I'm saying? Like it can get that brutal. Um, and and also you have the guys that are coming up, the up and comers like Braun Breaker, Bronson
hmm
Reed, and still Jay Uso because yes, he won a championship, but you know he still wants to climb that ladder and be that guy, and so
Right.
he's still trying to work his way up in there too. So it's just so many different directions this can go. We'll find out. Will do you think that Paul Heyman could pull one of those guys off of that face roster? Do you think something like that could happen?
The one that I see him pulling is actually Jay. If any of them,
Hmm.
I can see him pulling Jay into the vision. The other ones not right now. I don't think CM Punk because he has a title, but then again, he likes to manage guys that has that title. So,
Yeah.
but I don't know because he turned his back on CM Punk at the last WrestleMania when he had a chance
Right.
to help
Right.
him. So I don't see it being CM Punk. I do see it being Jay or possibly even Jimmy. Because Jimmy's that
Ooh.
guy that lurks in the shadows and he can flip on you.
Oh,
So
that's a good
you
one.
never know. He making cost them the match, doing something crazy for Paul Heyman. So he's one of those guys that can flip on you. Uh and I know he, Brock's gonna take somebody's head off. So
Yeah.
I
Boston's gonna hurt somebody.
he gonna take somebody's head off. So I don't see him. I want him and Paul Heyman to align again, but not right now. I want this thing with the vision to, finish that off before they align back up. So I don't see nobody changing unless it's Jimmy or Jay.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
do got another question for you, kind of like the one. I'm gonna let you do your pick first, then I got the question for you.
All right, well, I'm gonna go ahead and just get my pick out the way. I think the bad guys are gonna pull this one out. Now, remember we
Glad
talked
you
about the remember
glad
we
you
talked about the advantage. We talked about the advantage, right? So they did gain
Mhm.
the advantage on Monday night. Logan Paul, he got one of those schoolboy roll ups from behind, and after all the melee, after everybody started interfering with the match, and he got a quick roll up on. I think he rolled up Jimmy, and
Jimmy.
got the 1, 2, 3 there. So they do have the man advantage as far as this Survivor Series matchup goes. But I think they're still going to win because Paul Heyman has some sort of trick up his sleeve, and I'm just
Mhm.
ready to see what that's going to be. You got me thinking more now about Jimmy because Jay has been kind of hell bent on trying to you know no longer be the guy that waits in line and the guy that takes the back seat to everybody, and he's gonna be cutthroat enough. Remember, he threw his own brother over the rope in that
Mhm.
battle royal. Saying to have that match against CM Punk. So I think that maybe that comes back around. Okay, while we're
Mhm.
distracted with Roman and Punk and Cody and their feud or their you know, battle of supremacy to see who's number one. And I think maybe Jimmy is being overlooked. So that could be a way for Jimmy to get that boost that he needs. So I'm going to wait. I don't know exactly how this is going to go. Of course, none of us do. But I think that Paul Heyman is going to pull some kind of trick up his sleeve, and they're going to get this W.
Okay, so since you said that, so who you seeing being the guy that's paying or actually give it up for them to win?
Okay, ask me that one more time.
Who you think is gonna be the guy that takes the pin or submit?
Okay. Well, I don't. Hmm, who would take that pin? I think Jey Uso would end up taking that pin.
Really?
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. I think he'll take the pin, but the way he takes the pin is, like I said, if something underhanded,
Ah,
surprising happens,
ah,
he'll be the one that takes that fall in
right,
this
right.
match.
Gotcha,
Yeah,
gotcha. Okay. I'm
it can
I'm
be
gonna go.
it can be friendly fire. It can be friendly fire. It can be somebody turning like we was just talking about there. It could be somebody else showing up. Who knows? But I think that somewhere in there is going to be something. And I'm gonna say a name has really that we haven't talked about. L.A. Knight. I don't. He's not
Oh,
in this match. I don't know if he has a role to play in any of this. Like he's another guy that is quote unquote overlooked right now at this moment. So maybe
you
he
are right.
maybe he has a play in this thing too.
I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
In my fantasy booking, this is what happens. One of those guys, maybe Drew or one Bronson or Braun, attack Jimmy at the beginning of it or during it because we ain't got something got to happen. We ain't up for 4 minutes,
Yeah. Yeah.
and LA Knight probably takes the place of it. That's my fantasy
Oh,
booking.
that is a strong possibility. That's a strong possibility because we do have like in the Cena tournament, right? Which we will talk about Cena's run in a minute, but we have the injury there with Sheamus, who
Right.
advanced to the second round, but he can't compete, and they're going to find somebody to replace him. I personally think they should have just moved on the next wrestler to advance,
Mhm.
but they're going to find an opponent for that person anyway. I think they should let you advance. It's a tournament. You out due to injury. Hey, somebody benefits. But anyway, they're going to replace that wrestle with somebody. So that pretty much happened here in Survivor Series. There could be an injury, and then LA Knight finds his way in. That would be interesting too. So, hey man, that's why I say you got to tune in, right?
Yeah, yeah. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
He
Now,
something got to happen with that LA Knight in that title picture. Something has to happen.
yeah,
Something has you're spot on. You spot on with that one. If it doesn't
yeah,
happen
man.
on if it don't happen Saturday, Monday night, or maybe even Friday, something happens.
Yeah,
Something has
that
to
too.
happen Monday night. You're spot on with that. You spot on with that.
Okay. All right. Hey, and speaking of Friday, we're gonna dive into Friday for a special match too. But before that, you want to go and get your prediction in on this main event.
I don't want to predict, man. Got to stop. Because I really don't want neither one of them to lose. Uh, I'm going with the heels. The only reason I'm going with the heels is because I'm kind of anti Cody Rhodes winning. So, so I'm going with the heels winning this one. I'm
Okay.
going with the
All
heels
right.
with this.
I mean, I think we're three for three together, 3 out of 4 together. And
Three
the
out
only
of
one we
four. Yeah.
have, yeah, only difference we have right now is you have Cena defending the Intercontinental Championship, and I have Dominik Mysterio winning the Intercontinental Championship. So we'll see how that goes. But man, it's gonna be fun either way. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I just threw out a little hint about Friday. So on Friday Night SmackDown, we're gonna go back in the days and in a time machine to
Oh
where
yeah,
they're gonna have a traditional Survivor Series style match that me and you both are looking forward to. And you know what? They even used the old school graphic, Reggie.
yeah, man. The only thing missing out of this is a giant egg and a gobbledygooker.
Man, you taking it back. But yeah, man, this is old school match right here. You got the MFT, my family tree, right? Solo Sequoia and his group. They're gonna they've been terrorizing these guys over here on the other side, so they all decided to join forces, and that's Ray Phoenix. You have the Motor City Machine Guns. You have Shinsuke Nakamura and Sami Zayn, led by Sami Zayn, uh, to go up against Solo Sikoa and his family tree, MFT, my family tree. So they're going to use a traditional style where it's 5 on 5. Each team decides who's going to start the match, and then you just tag in and out, and then you get eliminated as you either by pinfall, submission, disqualification. You're out of there, and then until we end up with a sole survivor on this one. So it's all about having a sole survivor. All
Right,
right, or I mean, I'm sorry, it's not all about a sole survivor. You can have a sole survivor, but it's until everybody's eliminated.
right.
So we'll see which team has 5 eliminated first. So what do you think about it? What do you think about the format? And then we'll get into predictions.
Of course, I love the format. I love the format because growing up, that's what we had, the traditional elimination style Royal. I mean, Survivor Series. So I love it. I'm gonna be tuned in for this one just for nostalgia, based on that. You got the MLT still out here terrorizing people with Solo at the helm, and we got superstar Sami Zayn, as I call him. Uh, I'm going to predict that Sammy's going to be the last guy standing in this. I hope not, because I'm a big Solo fan, but I think we'll have a good happy ending for Saturday. I mean Friday. For Saturday, them heels going to take over. So I got Team Sammy winning, and it wouldn't surprise me because they be doing Solo so wrong. It wouldn't surprise me if all his tree get eliminated and he's the last man left, and they just tear a hole into Solo, man, because they be doing
Oh man.
so wrong.
Hey man, I like Solo, man. Solo, hey, Solo had a interesting match, man, the other night at Madison Square Garden about a week ago, um, in the Cena tournament, and I thought he did his thing in that match. But yeah, Solo Family Tree, man, they just look so menacing, man. They should win this match.
Solo won, right?
Yeah,
He
yeah, they
won that.
should win. Yeah, he won that match right against Dolph Ziggler. But
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
but man, like the team does look formidable. Um, whew, this is a tough one. For some reason, okay, I think that Family Tree. I'm gonna go with Family Tree. I think MFTs are gonna win. I think somehow Sammy's gonna have to fight a lot of these guys, and
Oh yeah.
he might fall a little short. So that's the way I'm gonna go with it. But the traditional style, man, that's what I want to talk about, man. I like the old school style of Survivor Series. Now, don't get me wrong. I really love this war game style. So
Hmm.
what I'm really talking about is in between there somewhere. Survivor Series to me, it kind of lost its way. It almost
Right.
to a point at one point in time, it kind of got away from the Survivor Series portion of it and just kind of turned into a traditional type uh, premium live event. So that's why
They
I'm
start
glad
doing
they made that
brand
shift.
versus brand at Survivor Series. That's what they
Yeah,
did.
they right. That's what they did. Yeah. See, it kind of got away from the what it's all about. It's really about the teams. It's really about setting up for war and and having that going on. So I like the team format. So it's gonna bring back memories. And I'm gonna give you this, man. Go back to '87. I think it was 1987. There was a tag team Survivor Series match. One of the best matches I've seen in the Survivor Series format. I think you had Demolition on one side. You had on another side you had the British Bulldogs. You had the let's see on you had it was a lot of great teams in that match, man. You had the Rougeau brothers. You had the Islanders. I'm talking about all these guys. All these tag teams went at it, man.
I
Look
gotta
that
see
match
that.
up. Yeah, look that match up. That was one of the best Survivor Series matches you're gonna see. It was an awesome match, man. Man, what I do is get the link and make sure it's shared on here too. And all you gotta do
Yeah,
is
you had
just
me
go to the
so.
comment section.
Demolition is my all-time favorite tag team. So you haven't sold
Yeah,
on that.
yeah, check that out, man. Make sure I'll make sure it's in the comment section on this episode, so you can come back in here just click on it. But I'll make sure to do that this evening. But yeah, man, this is traditional style. So on Friday Night SmackDown, you can tune in and watch that. And SmackDown's on USA. So check
Yeah,
that out.
yeah.
All right, Reggie, we got one more thing to cover. Well, two more things to cover. Before we get into talking about Cena, let's talk about this lady right here. All right, the
Excuse
WWE's
my
Women's
language.
Champ.
Excuse my language, and no disrespect.
Oh,
That bitch.
there you go. Man, that's what she calls herself, right? Jade
Right.
Cargill is world champion, man. She's tag champ in WWE. She's world champ in WWE. So she's already on track for a Grand Slam in her career.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She's going to get the Grand Slam at some point. You can go ahead and mark that and book that too. She's going to win that US and the IC at some point. She's going to be a Grand Slam champion in WWE. But man, she's there. She's at the top. What are you thinking about it?
I
Just
mean,
your thoughts on Jade.
love it, and it rubs the salt in all the haters' face because I know it's a lot of Jade haters out there. But I think she's done a hell of a job and gotten better with each matchup that she's been in. She's a power wrestler, so I'm not looking for her to, with the arm drags and the high spots and stuff like that. She's a
Yeah.
power wrestler. She goes out and she does her power set moves. Charisma is off the chain. So
Oh, Reggie.
sorry about that. Sorry about that. I'm serious.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Yeah, man. But like I said, she's gotten better and better. Her charisma's off the chain. She got the look. She has the look of a champion from day one. And I think she'll be a great champion as long as they put some contenders in her way. I know she's already beaten. I think it was B-Fab and Meechin. She's already beaten. But I can't wait. She's on a premium live event or maybe a main event, night main event. The showcase that she was deserving of that title.
dude, she beat Tiffany Stratton too.
Right, right, right. Tiffany
Right, and you
got
know
nothing
how
but
we are,
love.
and you know how,
You
yeah,
know,
you know how we are on Tiffany.
Right, right, right. She beat Tiffany. Tiffany had a great run. I think Tiffany probably needed a break because she's been on the run since a couple elimination chambers ago. She's been on the run, so I think she needed a break. Also, I think she got injured, so definitely needed a break. And I think Jay is a new fresh air, more new fresh air
Yes.
breathing into the women's title, so we get some more feuds. Um, of course, everybody's looking to see when Bianca's going to come back to see when we
Well,
get that one. Naomi, when she comes back from the baby, Rhea is always looking for the title. We already had too many face off between her and uh, Charlotte Flair, so we have to get that one, and that's WrestleMania level. Bianca Belair is WrestleMania level. Still
oh, come
has
on.
Nia Jax. We got so many good matchups we can have with Jade. So hopefully they'll put those contenders in her way, and she'll have a dominant reign as champion.
Oh, absolutely, man. I mean, look, she earned it. Hey, she lost. Well, she lost to Tiffany at Wrestle. Was it WrestleMania or was it SummerSlam? It
Hmm.
was SummerSlam. I think it was
Yeah,
SummerSlam. Yeah, it was SummerSlam because WrestleMania, I think she fought Naomi. But
she
in
bought
Summer,
Naomi. Right.
yeah. So in SummerSlam, when she challenged Tiffany at that time and lost, there was a lot of people out there in the wrestling circles that were just like, "Oh man, that's not right." You know what I'm saying? Like no,
Hmm.
Tiffany is legit. Like, but
Right.
we got to stop with all this madness and stuff, man. And like,
Hmm.
everybody's not gonna win every match anyway.
Exactly.
You
Exactly.
know what
Exactly.
I'm saying? So like, quit being mad that she lost the match and be happy that she was in the world
Right.
title match at SummerSlam. You know what I'm saying? Like, she was in a
Right.
world championship match at SummerSlam. What are we upset about?
Right,
You know what
right.
I mean?
Like somebody has to lose, like you said.
Yeah,
Everybody can't win. Everybody's not going to be pushed as soon as the fans love them. Give them the opportunity, so when it comes, it'll feel special.
yeah,
You didn't know it was going to happen then. You might have thought it was
yeah,
going to happen in SummerSlam, but look, we got a championship on TV that we everybody could watch, not at a premium live event. So
yeah,
I'm glad they put it on Jade, and I think she'll do a great job representing the WWE world with that title.
yeah. And she had to work her way up to this point too. Like, she
Mhm.
started out training at the Performance Center, right? She
Right,
ended
right.
up doing a lot of tag team work with Bianca Belair. I'm certain she learned a
Naomi.
lot during that tag run. There was a tag rivalries that they were having. Then she ended up having the three-way dance, if you will, with Bianca and Naomi, right? On who did it. You know what I'm saying? And
Mhm.
when that and then that great moment we had um at Elimination Chamber
Make the
when
paper right, right,
Jade jumped Naomi, right, and beat her
right.
down. Like we had that great moment. Like, there's a lot of layers that were added to her game, and now
Mhm.
she's the champ. Like, with all that knowledge and all that experience that she was gaining along the way, she's much better now than she was when she first arrived at WWE. So now
Right,
we got a lady now that's a beast, and then she's tapping into being a beast and a bully. That's what she's
right.
doing now. She's bullying everybody in the locker room, in the back. She's saying, "Who's next? Line them up, and I'm gonna knock them down." And that's what she's doing. And man, we just named all her future opponents that can
Right.
that can that can main event anything. Io, Rhea, Alexa Bliss, Charlotte Flair, AJ Lee, Nia Jax, Lash Legend,
Becky.
Oscar, Kyrie, Becky. You know what I'm saying? The list goes on and on. Man, there's so many matches that can happen. Any combinations of that. And again, Naomi and Bianca. So she's gonna. They're gonna. I'll say this now. Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair are going to main event WrestleMania. And I'm not talking about just main event night one. You know what I'm saying? They're going to main event WrestleMania one day, night two. That's where I think they're going to
Mm.
end up at some point. So remember that they're gonna main event night two at some point. There's something's gonna be put together where it's gonna be that big where they're gonna have to do it.
It's funny. We named off all those competitors. Like people hate on Jay. Named off all those competitors because we know the match is gonna look good.
It's
You
gonna be
want to
great,
see
man.
that. You want
Yeah,
to see that. You want to
I
see
want to
that.
see her in
And
Charlotte.
right, it is no knock the Stephanie and Nikki, but if
Yes,
that was Jay versus one of those people that we just named, that's the
yeah,
main event Survivor Series.
yeah.
So she she is like if she stays in WWE, she's definitely gonna be a Hall of Fame because she's gonna have some Hall of Fame matches. She's gonna have some
Yeah,
Hall of Fame opponents, and she's gonna get better and better. And I think she'll end up in the Hall of Fame.
yeah, absolutely. All right, well, that's Jade, and we're gonna see how her run goes. We already see her character has shifted big time, and she's
Hmm.
on a roll. So we'll tune in and watch. And by the way, just don't forget she's gonna be in movies and stuff like that at some point. At some
Of
major point
course,
too.
of course.
You know, because she does look like she needs to be in some sort of comic book series or whatever it may be. She's gonna be in those roles. And not only those roles, I think she could be in some other kind of roles too, like whatever they call those movies, like
Right. She
I ain't gonna
just
say
looks
Tyler.
like she
Yeah,
just looks
not I ain't saying Tyler Perry movies, but you know what I'm trying to say, like some
right,
kind of
right,
regular movie too, where you somebody's wife, and then something goes on in there,
right.
and then those kind of
She looks
movies,
like
and
a
then
million. She looks like $1 million. So
yeah, there you go.
why not cash in on it? Why not cash in on
Yeah, so all that's in front of her, and we'll see where it goes. Now, let's talk about it and close it out with John Cena,
it?
Reggie,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
his career is almost to an end. Like we just talked about, he's had this match with Dominic, and then you had to just remind me and make me feel sad, but he has two matches remaining
right,
in his career. And so we can touch on his career if you like as well, but really for this episode specifically, let's talk about his run first. And what do you think about the run of John Cena? Man, it's hard to believe that. Man, it seemed like it just started. Like it just seemed like
right,
about
right,
12 months
right,
ago, it was announced that he was going to do a 2025 run of 28, whatever number, somehow matches, I mean appearances, and now here we are down to about two. So what you say about it, man? What you say about John Cena and his run, Reggie?
Hold on one moment. I'm sorry. I
Okay,
can't. I'm getting.
okay. While Reggie's dealing with that, I'll kick things
I'm
off here.
good.
Just
I'm
kind of.
good. I'm good.
Oh, okay. Go ahead. John Cena and his run, Reggie.
Uh, Definitely, second half was better than the first half. I'm not sure if he had anything to do with that or whatever, but the whole thing with Travis Scott and The Rock, him turning, it was a moment. He gave us a moment.
Yeah,
Sorry about that. He gave us a moment, yeah, when he turned heel because that's something we never seen.
yeah,
But when we got it, I think everybody was like, "This ain't what we wanted because this ain't the John we wanted." I think people wanted to celebrate John Cena on his way out. So
okay,
I'm glad in the middle of that they shifted gears. The thing with Cody, the two matches with Cody, they shifted gears in that second match. The first match was okay, but that second match was a banger of a match with him and Cody. And they shifted gears and he's wrecking his element. And the run since then has been off the charts. I've uh, come to appreciate John Cena a lot more because during that phase of WWE, I really did care for it too much. But
mhm,
everybody, everywhere you look, you see John Cena and never give up. So he had the kids, and that's what WWE was all about: kids and family.
yep,
So he he's great. He carries WWE great. He's a great ambassador for the sport. I'm glad he's getting to go out on top, and I think he's going to be one of the guys that stick to kind of like what's his name in the NFL, Barry Sanders, where he
yeah,
retired in his prime and he really stuck to it. Most guys don't stick to it, but I think even Calvin Johnson, talk about Lions, you, he's going to stick it out. We're going to beg for it and beg for one more match. But I
yeah,
think that Saturday night is going to be his farewell. He's going out on top, just like he wanted to, just like he deserves, really. So I'm loving the second half of the run, and like you said, he accomplished something getting the Intercontinental Championship, something that he missed out on his whole career. He gave us the United States Open Challenge, which Ilya Dragunov, paying homage to that. Well, Sammy
and
started
Sami Zayn.
it.
Yep,
Yeah, Sammy started it where they're paying homage to that. That's something Cena gave us. So gave us some great feuds. Like I said, I'm loving the run since he went back to fan favorite.
well,
Uh,
well,
what
Reggie.
do you say about
Well, I think that I mean I don't have a problem with his run. I actually enjoyed it so far up to this point. I think it's not overkill because
it? Hmm.
it's not every week that you're like, oh, Cena's gonna be out, Cena's gonna be out here, Cena's gonna be out here. So you don't. it didn't get to that point, so that you had to make sure that you watch when he appeared, because it wasn't every week. You know what I'm saying? So since it
right.
wasn't every week and every day, and you know,
So,
he gave you a schedule of dates, it made you prepared to watch it for those moments.
right,
You know what I'm saying? And so I like that format of it, that he announced the way it was going to go. I like the fact that he's going to go out the way he wants to go out. A lot of people don't get to go out the way they want to.
right.
Um, you know what I'm saying? So for that, I'm happy for him on that end. Maybe this is the way that others can follow this trend. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
That fit it, that fit that mold. Because think about the Undertaker, the great careers he had. Think about how it quite didn't end in a, like in this type of way. It just kind of like, I thought he was done against Roman Reigns at one of those WrestleManias, and he left the boots and the hat in the ring. Remember that? Then he came
Right,
back, and then those Saudi matches where
right,
he,
right.
they
You
didn't
didn't,
look
you
the
don't want to see
same.
that.
And
You're
yeah, you
right.
know
You're
what I'm saying. So this is a way that you can do it. You know what I'm saying? You know when your time is up, right? The time is now.
right.
You know what I'm saying? And he's able to end it on his terms. On the way, okay, he turned heel, right? People were
Mhm.
begging for him to be a heel. So
Right,
he was able to give you that in this year, right? He
right,
gave you the face run early on, saying he's striving to try to get to 17. He turned
right.
heel in order to get that 17, championship. So you got a
Mhm.
little bit of that, even though it wasn't the way everybody wanted it to be. But what
Right,
that did was make you appreciate all of his work as a face. Because
right,
once
right.
he turned face, everybody went crazy. And then he's had
Great point.
uh he had two good matches with Cody. He had that
Right.
match with AJ. They gave a lot
Mhm.
of tribute to a lot of wrestlers. He had a pipe bomb where
Exactly.
he brought up a lot of guys, which eventually led to some of those guys like Zack Ryder and Dolph Ziggler to actually end up
Right,
back in the ring in a
right,
WWE match, in a
right,
WWE ring. So he's impacted a lot of people along the way on his way out, along with having matches with the Dominik Mysterio, along with having this tournament, which is highlighting a lot of wrestlers that necessarily don't get this type of highlight. You know what I'm saying?
right,
Just the
right.
fact that you're in the tournament, you're tied to John Cena now. You know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
a lot of great things that happened during this run, and I'm glad that he's doing it this way. There's probably a million other things we can say about Cena. One more thing I will say for sure is that he's been in WWE from day one, and he's in
Yeah.
WWE on the way out. You know what I'm saying? Like, not too many of them can say that. He's been
I didn't think
WWE
about that. You're right.
from
You're
day
right.
one, in WWE on the way out of the ring.
Yeah.
But he's still going to be working with WWE even when he's not as an
Right,
active
right,
wrestler, because that's what he said, right? As an active wrestler, he's done. So that
right.
means he's going to be talking about it. He's going to be in movies. He's always representing WWE everywhere he goes. So an argument can truly be made. A statement can truly be made that he is the GOAT when it comes to WWE. You know what I'm saying? Some people may
Yeah,
say it's
yeah,
Hulk
yeah,
Hogan,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
but Cena's actually been WWE all the way through and through. So, and then he has more Make a Wishes than anybody. So,
Hmm.
like, this guy has done it all pretty much. So, hey man, I just want to give props to it, and that's my thought on the run um, with John Cena, man. I
Yeah,
still
yeah.
look forward to the next two
We'll,
matches.
we'll, we'll reconvene after his last match because got a few things to say about his career. So we'll
Yeah,
reconvene after his match.
yeah, absolutely, man. All right, well, man, we did it, Reg. We went through it,
Yeah,
and we're gonna watch Survivor Series. Make sure you have a good Thanksgiving, man. A happy Thanksgiving,
you too,
to
bro.
you and
You too, bro.
yours. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna see you in a couple more weeks too, because we got a football game to go see.
Oh yeah, yeah, man. We got to see the NFC champions, Atlanta Falcons.
Uh-huh.
Nah, nah,
But
nah.
we got an NFL game that we're going to attend pretty soon here, so that's gonna be fun too. And then don't forget, man, NXT is coming to our town, man,
Yeah,
next month.
man. Yeah, I really wish it's all around my birthday, man. So I'm gonna be busy.
Yeah.
I'm think
Ooh.
I got that. There's a motocross thing my kids want to do, so it's gonna be busy. December, the
Yeah,
holidays
man.
gonna be busy, man.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay, man. But yeah, we'll be able to get together here. So let's watch
And
some high school.
hey, we talked about all those events, man. And it's our birthday
Oh,
month, man.
oh yeah, it is, man. Coming up, man. Yep, it is. Yep. So definitely wishing you a happy one as well.
Yeah,
But
you
yeah,
too,
that's
brother.
coming up. It's a big month, man. It is a big
Yeah,
month,
yeah,
man.
yeah,
We got a lot going on, man. We got Cena's final match. We got your birthday, my birthday, my son's birthday. We
yeah.
got what else going on? My mom's birthday this Friday. So we got a
Oh
lot.
wow, wow.
We got a lot going on here, man. So
Happy
but
birthday.
we're gonna celebrate it all, man, and we're gonna celebrate War Games too when
Yes,
it's all
sir.
said and done.
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, he's Reg. I'm 401. We appreciate y'all, man. We'll catch y'all later. Have a happy Thanksgiving. Catch y'all on the
Happy
other side of the
Thanksgiving.
fence.
Peace.
Later.